advance title, whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm here on the phone with University of Illinois Extension Ag in the Classroom Coordinator, Rebecca Livingston. Great to have you on, Rebecca.
Well, great to be on. It feels like it's been a minute.
It feels like it has been a minute. You know, you were in the classroom, school got out, and now you're in the middle of your summer programs. Tell me what kind of summer programs you've been working on.
Oh, it's kind of been a lot of here and there, everywhere. My family told me the other day, they're like, I think you're busier in the summertime than you are in the school year. And I like kind of laughed, and I'm like, well, you're probably right, but not 100% right, because it's a different kind of busy. It's a lot of, short programs that are like just one a day, but they're all over the two counties. In June, we were doing our Camp Panther in Litchfield, which is a 3-week-long program. They got a grant, and we do that, and we go do hands-on lessons. We did one lesson where the kiddos got to herd some sheep. Not actual sheep. I blew up balloons and threw them all around the hallway and gave them fly swatters. I'm like, all right, here you guys go. Go. And I made a box, and they had to get them in the pens. And then I told the teachers, I'm like, all right, sheep like to escape the box. So if you feel like kicking one out or so, you kick one out. So the kiddos had a absolute blast doing that, because they realized how hard it was to herd sheep. So
Yeah.
that's just one of the many things. We also have corn packing peanuts that you put them in water and they dissolve.
All right.
So we had kids. We took that one day, and we had kids that had the choice of building the highest statue they could build, or highest thing they can build, or the strongest. And so we had kids do that, and they had an absolute blast with that. And they learned real quick that you can get the packing peanuts a little wet, but you can't get them super wet, because then they dissolve into nothing.
Right.
So,
and I'm sure too, if you get something that you build something super high up, right, it's not going to be as strong. Whereas if you build something strong, it's likely not going to be as high up.
Exactly. So yeah. So it was kind of neat to see the kids have different ideas with that, because we just let them go. We're like, all right, build whatever. And they're like, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Like, we gave them unlimited packing peanuts, and then they just took off and went. And it was funny. Some of the kiddos who were doing the tallest structures, they got to a certain point, it started to lean, and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to need more support at the bottom, or else that thing is going to topple over. So
yeah.
It's neat. It's neat. I like, in the summertime, my kind of mantra, look at it is, I just let kids go. I hope they learn something, but no kid wants to learn in summertime. So I'm like, just go have fun, and we'll go from there. So
where are you having these summer programs?
So the one I just talked about, it was in Litchfield. It was their camp. They call it Camp Panther. I do some library programs all across both counties. I don't have my schedule in front of me, so any pretty much local library I do. There are summer programs, and those lessons are a little bit different. Each library has a kind of a different theme, or they go with a state theme. So if you check the website, I believe all my stuff is on the website of where I'm going to be at. So that's one good way. If you just type in Unit 18 Extension and go to the website and click Ag in the Classroom, it'll tell you everything you need to know.
All right, Unit 18 Extension for University of Illinois Extension. So tell me what kind. I know you don't really have your schedule in front of you, but what kind of programs will you have coming up in the near future?
So one I'm working on for libraries is so the theme this year is kind of outdoorsy, like camping type thing. So to go along with that, we're gonna do what I call throw and goes. So we take clay. It's biodegradable clay. We take clay. We roll it like into a long, skinny cylinder shaped like a hot dog, a really long hot dog. And then you take your 2 fingers and you put like divots in the middle of it, and then you spread seeds throughout it, and then you roll it up and mix it together. And then the kids take that home, and they can literally throw it anywhere, throw it wherever with their parents' permission, throw it where they want to, and then we're doing wildflowers. They'll have wildflowers grow. So it's a pretty cool lesson. It came from the state, and it kind of fits with the camping outdoorsy thing that the libraries are going for this summer. So
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect theme to fit in with the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you give kids clay, and they go they go nuts. They go nuts over clay and Play-Doh. Another one we're doing at Raymond in a couple of weeks, it is core sampling. So no, I'm not digging like layers and layers down in the soil. That would be really cool, but that'd take a lot of time. So what I do is I take like a cake pan, and I take different colors of Play-Doh to represent the different layers of the earth and different soil types. And so I take that, and then the kids get to take and pull a soil sample. I believe they use a straw. They pull a soil sample out, and then they get to look at it, and they have like a key that says, yellow Play-Doh represents this, blue Play-Doh represents that. So I'm excited to try that lesson. I think they will like that one quite a bit too.
Kind of like a model.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a model instead of, bringing actual dirt into a school, which I do sometimes, and teachers give me looks.
Yeah.
But no, it's a glorified kid model that the kids get to do something and they like it because they get to play with Play-Doh and then learn something too. So.
Do you have different programs for different age groups this summer?
No, they kind of all go together, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
So especially with the library programs, it's pretty much kindergarten through 5th or 6th grade, and they don't separate them. So I take lessons that are kind of adjustable. So like the core sampling lesson I was just talking about, that one's kind of cool for that because, those 5th graders, they think it's a little easy, but then they can help the younger kids do it, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So those are what I strive for in the summertime of the lessons. If I don't have the kids separated, the lessons that I can adjust for kindergarten or for like 5th graders. So
sounds like you're meeting a lot of them at the libraries in the area this summer.
yes, libraries and different after school Nokomis had the same one as Litchfield, different summer school type programs, stuff like that. My summer is pretty booked up right now. My grant is also due in the summer, so my grant is actually due next week, and that's mainly how I'm funded.
Right.
So between summer programs, grants doing, and then fall prep of where I see about 1,000 kids a month, I stay pretty busy in the summertime.
I have never wrote a grant before, but I know it's a heck of a process.
It's I get pretty stressed about it the last couple of days, just because I want it done.
Yeah.
Because it's half of my funding that I get, so I just want everything to be right. I want all the I's to be dotted, the T's to be crossed. Everybody look for it, and then we have to print it off and put it in the right order in a packet. And I think that's the most stressful because you want it right, and then that was one blessing of working from home is there wasn't distractions of when I put my grant together. I just did it. Whereas in an office setting, sometimes you have a little more distractions, and but no, I get it done every year. And say your blessings, Avery, that you've never had to write a grant because it's some people love doing it. I am not one of those people. I do it because I
am grateful for every day that I do not have to write a grant. I'll tell you that.
I'm grateful. I am thankful I only have to do one.
Right.
Because it doesn't change, and I know what to expect. But it's still stressful, and I'm like, okay, get this over with so we can go. Yeah. So, but
some
yeah.
entities, we hire people to just write grants. Like, could
Yep.
you imagine? Anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't. Mm-mm. I think through U of I, we have grant writers. I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
Well, let me
Yeah.
reintroduce you here, and then let's take a short break. You are listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Ag in the Classroom coordinator from the University of Illinois Extension, Rebecca Livingston. Your stream brought to you by the People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark.
WTIM.
This is Sarah Van Huss with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one consumer banker who knows them and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your consumer banker is your single source for life's financial needs, from checking to consumer loans, from retirement accounts to mortgages, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend time living your life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Central Illinois Outdoors with me, Jared White, we want you to be a part of the program as well via the Archer's Alley Catch of the Week. Each week, we'll select one of your pictures submitted at centralillinoisoutdoors.com and invite you to tell your story of the great outdoors. We're looking for your kid's first catch or even your first big buck. There's a simple, easy form you can fill out on your phone or computer at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. Send us your story, send us your pic. centralillinoisoutdoors.com and the Catch of the Week, brought to you by Archer's Alley, North 22nd Street in Decatur.
The many platforms of News Talk WTIM keep you up to date on the latest sports scores, sports interviews, and your calls on CBS Sports Radio overnights and weekends. From professional to college, from the latest drafts to the latest deals, plus all the scores every hour, CBS Sports Radio keeps you in the know on the air and online on the many platforms of the News Talk WTIM network. Tune in or click through for CBS Sports Radio overnights and weekends on News Talk WTIM.
And yet another major brand just announced it's halting all social media advertising.
The two most overused and abused words in advertising are truth and trust. They are the two most precious commodities for all brands, big and small. As an advertiser, you have to trust your partners to protect your brand's truth using the media consumers trust. Radio, it's on.
Trust the Miller Media Group to deliver your message.
Let's swing open the farm gate together every day on News Talk WTIM. I'm Stu Ellis, your host of the long-running agriculture feature called The Farm Gate. I bring the latest news and information on where agriculture is and where it's going to WTIM Ag listeners every weekday morning. From tariffs to treaties, from the Board of Trade to the running board of your truck, I cover Central Illinois agriculture every weekday on The Farm Gate. Hear it on all of News Talk WTIM's many platforms, on air or online. Join me, Stu Ellis, for The Farm Gate.
Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Tufan from Taylorville Urgent Care. We're a walk-in clinic that's open 7 days a week to take care of sniffles, injuries, broken bones, and more. Find out more by clicking on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Just Beds are the yawn exterminators, and they can give you a better night's sleep. Choose from Femco, Chatham & Wells, Sealy, Simmons, and Tempur-Pedic. Find out the many models and styles available on their updated website by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station. WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Find those streams online on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. I'm here on the phone with Ag in the Classroom coordinator Rebecca Livingston. Summertime, and you've been busy, but also you are planning right now, Rebecca, for the next school year. We're about halfway through the summer already. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I was looking at my calendar this morning before I hopped on the phone with you, and I'm like, oh, we have like 3 weeks before school starts. And then I'm like, oh crap, we have 3 weeks before school starts. So it was one of those. I was like, oh cool, like we're doing great. And then I'm like, I have a lot of prep to do between now and then. So it's, because the summertime, like we were talking about over break, a very weird time of year for me because I am busy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different kind of busy. I see kids, but not nearly the mass I see during the school year. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, a lot of preps and a lot of, getting stuff together." And they're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Oh, you don't sound very busy." I'm like, "Actually, I am because prepping for like 1,000 kids a session, it takes some time."
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining about that. I like that part of my job because it's like a stress relief because I don't know. It's weird.
You channel
weird.
your energy through your work.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I like it because it's like, oh, I get to focus on this, and I love teaching. That is why I do my job. But I get a break from teaching,
Mm-hmm.
so it's nice to like not have to be on show for a little bit and just chill and have a couple office days and prep for the fall, and then I go back headstrong, ready to take on whatever I need to take on. So,
well, I know you're still planning and everything, but would you mind providing maybe a little bit of a preview of what you're working on for the upcoming school year?
Of course. So, my younger kiddos, kindergarten, first and second, they are going to do apples this fall. So we're going to talk about apples, how they blossom, and then how they turn into apples. They're going to make like their apple tree craft. Where on one side they have apple blossoms, and then on the other side they have like the finished product. We're going to talk about how they bloom in the spring, and we pick them in the fall. I'm hoping to get to some orchards and maybe do a little apple taste testing. Just get some, like the 3 different kinds of red apple, a yellow apple, and a green one, so kids can try the different types. And then my older kids, we're going to kind of take it up a notch and do marketing. I shouldn't say marketing. We're going to do grain trading. So we're going to take M&Ms. And we're going to talk about how farmers sell their grain before they even have it in the ground a lot of years. And we're going to talk about that, which I don't normally talk about, but with the prices as crazy as they are right now of going up and then going back down, I think it's something we need to talk about in our older kiddos. And, using M&Ms is a great way to like make it fun for the kiddos, and it makes it fun for me because it makes it easier for everyone to understand. So
right. Volatility in the market demonstrated through M&Ms.
Oh yeah. It's a great. I learned candy is the way to like that, especially that like 5th through 8th grade range. Oh, you give them candy and they'll do it. They'll listen a little bit better. So
maybe not run through a wall for you, but they'll listen a little better.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll just take those like on my Amazon. I'm always in search of donating. I hate asking for money and I hate asking for donations. But this year I created an Amazon list. So if anybody wanted to donate something small to the program, I do have a list. And if you go on the website, you can find my email and shoot me an email, and I'll send you the list of stuff if you would like to donate. We're trying that way this year just to see, because I've had a handful of people reach out to me and say, hey, we want to do something. And I'm like, okay. I was like, do you want to what do you want to do? And they're like, well, we kind of want to donate something. And I was like, okay, well, I stole this from all the other teachers who are posting it on social media, their list. I was like, we're going to try it and see how it works. So
that's really cool. Yeah. And again, that's on the Unit 18 University of Illinois Extension website. And then you can go through the staff directory and find your email and all that other
find
stuff.
my email. Just shoot me an email or give me a phone call at 217-532-3941, and I can get you that Amazon list of goodies I need for the kiddos, because that's why I do my job, is for the kiddos. And
well, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on and catching everyone up about what you're doing for Ag in the Classroom with the University of Illinois Extension Office.
Oh, no problem. Good one, Avery.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Find those streams online on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. It's WTIM, your information station.
WTIM.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason.